Hi guys, it's Luton here, and we're back. We're on Aftermath, and this is Rush Epicenter, and we're attacking on this round. And we've already had a defense round from this one. We've got an attacking one now. Now I actually wanted to put up some other maps of gameplay that I've had. Unfortunately, I posted most of them in the raw format, and seeing as I've already posted those, I didn't necessarily want to go over them yet again and discuss the whole thing. However, if you guys can select one of the raw videos I've posted already, I'll be happy to talk over it. However, I will be collecting more footage this week coming, and obviously posting more breakdowns and discussions of the rounds that I play. So, you know, if you just want to wait, then that's all good. I've still got my conquest breakdowns to do and all these bits and pieces, so plenty more things to come. And obviously once we've got through this week, you can go back to a slightly more normal schedule. I won't have to keep posting 3 videos a day. We can do some more normal things, and I'll look at some specific rounds, some specific MCOM points. One thing that I would like you to do, if you guys have been playing Aftermath, or obviously when you get Aftermath, if you find a certain base or a certain map base, you know, an MCOM base is particularly difficult, or even perhaps a conquest base is difficult to take or defend, then let me know, post it in the comments, tell me which one you're having problems with, and I will try and do a breakdown or analysis of that MCOM position or conquest position, and I'll try and help you out. I'll try and give you some tactical ideas about how to defend it, how to approach it, or whatever. So list that in the comments, and I'll try and get back to you with a video when I can, when my schedule will allow. So anyway, as you can see, we've come flying down here, and you notice at the beginning there what was happening was, as I said in my overview, we tried to go through the bottleneck, and you saw what was happening. Everyone's just getting killed. So we had to move back down here, come the other way around, and try to get down there. We were going to the bottom level, the B, and you could see that we were getting fired on from all different positions. Pretty much as I said again in the overview, I was saying that that area can be a bit of a killing ground. There's people all over the place there. They're above you, they're behind you, they're hiding on the ground, so it's a very, very difficult area to get into. I'm playing with my usual guys, but I'm playing with Fat Paulie, and Fat Paulie, he's another producer as well. He's got a great channel. I'm going to link his channel in this video just because he had some footage today. I watched his video today, and you know, he puts out some great stuff. He also works and does stuff for Pixel Anime. Bit of a frustrating moment here, this guy dodging and dipping around me. Get our guys up. A lot of people, I should point out, are always going on at me. Every video, if you look at my videos, you'll always see people commenting about me and reviving people. Luton, you don't revive people. You really should revive people more. You don't drop enough health packs. You should do that. Yeah. You know, the thing is, the reason I'm often not rezzing people constantly is because I'm often thinking about other things. I'm much more objective focused than constantly rezzing people for the points and dropping med packs at every single opportunity. Like, right now, there's nobody around here. I don't need to be dropping med packs. I don't need to be dropping, you know, so I know there's situations when you should be doing it, and, you know, I'm the first to admit that sometimes I will forget to do these things, but the point is that often when I'm in game, I will sort of assess the necessity. Okay, do we really need to revive someone right here? How essential is it? You can see, as I was saying, that this tunnel, this corridor can become a bit of a killing ground. Also, a lot of my guys are down there. There's a reason I'm running this way. I often will run away from where the other people are. Bit of an earthquake coming in here, because I don't necessarily want to be with the pack. I'm often trying to go a different way, because I find that when you stay with the group of people in your team, it can often be a bad thing, because you end up sort of bunched together. That makes you more visible because other people get seen as well. So I often like to try and go a different way. This was John Denham. He was saying to me, like, come this way. He wanted to, I hadn't really seen this staircase before, so he was just showing me that this route where it goes to, and as we can see, the staircase brings us back up here. You know, we're moving up here on top of to the street. But yes, when it comes to reviving, you know, I really make judgment calls based on how important I think it is to really get that person up. And the point is, see this guy right here? I could have probably stopped to revive him there, but I was actually trying to make some progress down the road here, dropping smoke, and I didn't really have the kind of inclination to stop and do that. I was more focused on what else I was doing. The thing is, I will revive people when I have the sort of, I could have stopped, but I was running forward, I was doing something else, you know. And the other thing is that people assume that reviving is always fantastic, it's really good. It's not always a really excellent thing to revive every single person that you see, even if they're sometimes in a safe place, because sometimes it can be more frustrating than not. But the other thing is sometimes people are trying to change their class, you get rezzed, you've got no ammo, you've got whatever, it can be more irritating than not. So I try to not over revive people. I know that though, as an attacking team, it is a good thing to do because obviously you have tickets and la la la, so you know it is a good thing to do. I'm not saying that, I'm just saying that sometimes it's not always the best thing to do. Anyway, we've got talking about this for far too long. We're trying to make an attack on A here, and you can see that, as I was saying, this little area where I just came right there, it can be a bit of a bottleneck to the left hand side of A, so it can be better to kind of go around and go different directions. And also you can see I was dropping tons of smoke. Smoke really helps, and people do not use it enough. In fact, the only time I ever see smoke getting used is when my guys are playing on the servers. I rarely ever see it. Now, I know that some of you are going to comment and say I always use smoke. Well, that's fantastic, you know, because I know a couple of you guys do use smoke on probably my advice, and some of you probably do without my advice. Now you can see what we're doing here. This is an important moment. I spawned and I moved around here, and I said to the guys, spawn on me, and we said, well, wait. Now look at the most important point. I didn't just run for B and arm it. I waited for my guys, I waited until we had a team. I've got a silencer on my gun, which actually helps the fact that we're killing people behind, and we moved up here to get the arm. Also, look at the usefulness of smoke. That goes right there. I often will use that as a tactic. I keep a smoke grenade ready. If somebody starts to fire on me, I immediately drop a smoke, and that allows me to kind of try and escape. I wasn't successful in getting up to the A or taking anybody else out, but the point is that I managed to get away from the position, and in a different moment I would have been able to perhaps successfully take a couple of people out, maybe get an arm on an objective. And you can see Noz has now positioned himself. So do you see the advantage, look, of how we managed to flank the enemy? You can see these guys pushing back in here. Now the thing is as well is that by getting back here and creating this kind of distraction, what an amazing spray kill I got right there. Now look, see, now I'm raising up someone because we're in a slightly different situation before. We don't have the same sort of pressure, the same priority. So when you have the opportunity given, then I would. These guys getting taken out here, but I didn't necessarily want to run forward for this reason. Unfortunately, I got taken out from the other side of the road. Now, as I was saying though, creating the distraction by moving around and flanking immediately takes the pressure off of the more important point, and that's why this prioritization of targets is really important. When you're playing Rush, you really want to look at which bases you have. Now to go to A first is a really difficult thing to do, because A, it's right up the front, they can push right up to that and they can cover it pretty easily. So taking A without having any other distraction, like if you're going to A and that's all you're going for, it's going to be really hard for you. So even if you're unsuccessful, you want to try and attack from behind just as a distraction, if nothing else. If you can get B as well, that's even better, but you do need to create a distraction. If you try and push straight onto A, chances are you probably will not do it. You may do it, but it will not be easy unless you're playing a really bad team. And again, you can see, do you see where I fired that smoke? I fired it past the objective, so that to create kind of like a barrier, a buffer, and then in the process killing these guys coming in through here. Taken out, what, 3-4 guys there. Now I notice as well, I did not go for the objective because I'm trying to push up here like this. I'm trying to keep pushing forward, clear out. I'm trying to go past the objective, and finally I got taken out. This is the other thing to do. If you're attacking an objective, don't just go up to it. Okay, if you're an attacker, don't just go to the objective and no further. You want to go to the objective and then a little bit past that, because if you push a little bit past the objective, you're then going to create a wall, a delay point for the defenders to get back on board, you see. Incredible grenade fail right there. But yeah, this kind of, I'm going to make a couple of videos talking about positions and distances for attacking and defending, because as I say, you guys may have watched my my LMG video the other day, and in that video we were looking at how to use the LMG as a kind of backup tool for your team, how to sit effectively behind your team. But the kind of opposite can be said. Again, I probably should have rezzed that guy behind me right there. Or maybe I do. Oh, just lost it at the last second. Actually, you know, while we're talking about res, this video is becoming a bit of a res video. Something else that people do, and this is another reason why I don't instant res people, is that often there are enemies right next to you. And something that really irritates the hell out of me is when someone, this is another reason why I often don't consider resing to be like the most important thing to do, is that often I go to res, or no, I get resed, and then the guy who stopped to res me, he didn't notice that there was someone very close by. He gets killed, I get killed, and so he, in the process of trying to save me, which wasn't really necessary even in the first place, we've both ended up getting killed. So we're actually worse off than we were in the first place if he'd just leave me be. And if he wasn't distracted by the time trying to take him to res me, he could have actually probably, you know, taken the other person out. And that happened almost there. You see, what happened? I didn't res the guy. I went to kill the other guy first before. If you're going to res someone, make sure it's safe before you do so. Anyway, so talking about attackers and pushing forward, like I say, really what you want to do is you want to try and move a little bit faster. It makes it more difficult for the defenders to get back on to defend that. And the thing is, even if you do get taken out, you still had that delay in time. It might be, you know, they may not be able to get it diffused. Now this is the last base here, and you can see that the last base is incredibly different to the other ones that we've had so far. It's so claustrophobic, it's so close quarters, and you can see it, I can't even see everyone getting in here. I'm going from one target, there's a target to my right. It makes it extremely hard. And here's a fantastic, you know, opportunity to show the whole resing situation. I'm getting resed in the middle here, but there's people in front and behind us. This is the thing, people are going for reses. They just res you wherever the hell you are. Still getting resed. It's just a res train. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. It's been a little bit tactical. It's been a little bit class breakdowny. It's been a little bit stuff. I managed to finish on the top there. Not sure how that happened at all. Thanks for watching this one, and I've got some more breakdowns, some more overviews, and hopefully my full review coming up today. More content from me in the week. If you didn't see my little vlog, please check that out. People have been enjoying it. See if there's more content very soon.